joining this after the fact, I just want to say I have a Discord server. You can come check it out. I will link it in the description or in the pinned comment. If I forget to, just leave a comment and I will do that. All right, let's see. We should be getting people in here any minute. This is the Orion 1.5. I just recently got it. Let me see. Let me pull up the stream on my computer. Hello, Burst Flips. Welcome. How's it going? First one here. Monkey. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Hello, Blue Dream M3. How's it going? How's everyone? Whoop, how's everyone doing? Okay, looks like we're good on the framing and whatnot. I say whatnot way too many times during my videos. Burst Flips has to go to bed. That's all right. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. Hello, Saruman. Welcome. I just saw you were streaming. Are you still streaming? Hello, Batwalu. Welcome. How's it going? How's it going? Robert Slaughter. What's up? Welcome. Cassowary. Any Damascus beef fly? I have no idea what that means. Oh, you're not streaming anymore, Sauron? Okay. Welcome, welcome. I know I think there's like another person streaming. There's a lot of people streaming. Bye, Burst. Thanks for joining. Oops. Let's go. Someone like the stream already. Good job. Burst Flip says, oh, can I see what you do out of a Z choker? Well, you can come back to the video. Let's see. I feel like that's a way to get out of the Z choker. I like actually doing like the Z choker and then doing like another one. So it's kind of like you can do basically any way you would do get out of a regular choker and you can get out of the Z choker. Sub You Won't says, make more Balisong trick tutorial, please. Or I'm assuming that's what, I don't really know what that means. Yeah, you have any suggestions? Anything you really want to see? Saruman says, I didn't realize you got an Orion. Need to check out your video if you haven't already made one. I have not made one yet. Yeah, I only posted about this on my Discord server. I got it recently. I'm still working on, I'm like literally editing the first impressions video for the Sirius right now. And I'm going to work on the review. And then I also made a first impression video on the Orion. And who knows, I might do that one more soon. Soon? Who knows? We'll see. But I'm really enjoying the Orion so far. Jesse Flips Balisongs, thanks for joining us. I can't stay at all, but I just wanted to let you know that I did that pinky trick thing on YouTube video with your song and tagged you. Oh, very nice. Okay, I will check that out. The tags are so weird in YouTube. I have to go in and then click on the mentions. Like it doesn't show up. I don't get notifications, which is really annoying. But I will check it out. Good job learning that. Thanks for doing that. I don't know how to say your name. Oh, Ad, maybe? It just looks like AD. I don't know. Are those sharp? Good question. No, they're not. The only one that is an actual blade is this one. This one is not sharp because I dulled it. Although the point, let's just say the point is still a little bit. Anyway. Yeah, of course, Jesse. Thanks for learning that. I have been flipping a lot more with my left hand. I feel like it's definitely gotten to the point now where it's like flipping is enjoyable with my left hand. There's still a lot that I can't do as confidently do, but it's been enjoyable to actually flip and learn things. And it's also interesting how the style on my left hand is different. Monkey says, did you know I'm a left-hand flipper? I did not know that. That's cool. Now, here's a question. Now, I do release some of my videos. Sometimes, it's nice to have the mirrored version or, on the screen at the same time. But for a lot of them, it's just hard to, get the framing right. So for some of my tutorials, I do have, entirely flipped versions for those of you that do flipped left-handed. ZUM Brothers says, get the black one. Which one? I have 3. This one, or that one. There's 3. This is the. These are kind of. This is a canyon. That one's like a Mako Vulp, and a Vulp had a baby. That's like a Marcolo Amazon Balisong. The middle. All right, let's see. And there's my phone. Okay, I should be back. Here it is. This is one that my mom got me for Christmas. Shout out to my mom. Thanks, Mom. I have a Dremel workstation, which basically it's like it turns your Dremel into a drill press. And so I'm going to try and speed channel this thing. I just need a way to make sure that I can keep this part still, because the Dremel itself will be still and I can like drill press it. So that should be pretty cool. And then I saw, actually, I think it was on a video. I think I saw Sarman and say it in a comment or something, but somebody had taken a serious, I think before. Do they cut me? No, they do not cut me. They can cut me. Well, no, they can't. This one kind of could before I dulled it. I dulled this one. So none of these really can't cut me. But yeah, so I apparently like something called Wink Stain Remover or Rust Remover or something can also remove the anodizations from Balisongs. So I might also remove all or some of this anodization. Should be cool. Hawkwig says, what's the Bali you would like to buy / try at the moment? It's a good question. There's like a ton that I would like to try. I mean, like basically everything on screen at the moment. This is a Balisong, Tristan Johnson. Thanks for stopping by. Or a butterfly knife. But they're also like skill toys. They're basically just toys. But yeah, basically everything that you see here is what I own. So there's a ton of Balisongs that I'd love to try, like a Kraken, a Nautilus, a Tsunami, some things from Machine Wise. Basically all the things you don't see here. Anything I would want to buy. Ooh, there actually is one that is tempting, but I've only seen one picture of it. It's the new Thomas Balisong. It has Ultem scales. It's replacing the default. It's got, this is Ultem. It has Ultem scales on aluminum, but I really like Ultem. So it is kind of tempting, but we'll see if I actually do. Hello, Lavik7. Oh, Hawkwig says, I'm saving for a Barracuda V2. Very nice. Those look really cool. I would love to try those out as well, because I had a BB Firefly, and I just didn't really like the chunky handles, but I hear that the Barracuda is much more standard. Saruman says, yes, it can. It's that wizardry, you know, about the different alchemies. Cool. So we'll see. I saw some videos of people doing it. Whatever mods I do into this Balisong or any others, I'm definitely going to document it and make a video on it. I'm really into like just making things and stuff. So I really I've always wanted to do like mods and seeing other people mod different Balisongs, like seeing Pez Phillips do his mods on his Balisong. That makes me want to do that. Tristan Johnson says, how much is that? Is that expensive? This one, get the white and gray big one. Assuming you mean this one. They range. Balisongs definitely range in price. This is by far the cheapest one I have. This is the Frank P by LDY. It is like $33. So not too bad. This one is also by LDY. Is I got this is like 75. This one is 150. And 150 isn't even like considered like, it's like the low end of mid-range, honestly. Balisongs can go up to like thousands of dollars. But, you know, it's kind of crazy, but yeah. Depends on the materials and stuff. Oh, do you have a Balisong or you have the Frank P? Justin, or I'm not trying to say your name, but hello, Justin, welcome. Aloha from Hawaii. Aloha. Dolphinova26 says Balisong. Yes, it is a Balisong. That was the wrong side. Are any of you flipping anything right now? I have the blue one, says Tristan. Very nice. The Vulp or the Sirius. 2 blue ones. Spyro Clone says, hello, happy early Lunar New Year. Happy early Lunar New Year to you as well. Oh, I really want one, but I'm too poor to get one. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, this Frank P is only like 33, depending on shipping it too. I think it's like $10, but yeah, Balisongs are not cheap. I actually started off with a Lego one that I made. Warren Solemeno says, I love knife. I also like knives. And flipping them. Nice. Batwalu, or I'm so sorry. Sometimes I just go in for a name and then I'm not sure what it says. But wow says currently flipping mine to Bally's Canyon. Very nice. Canyon's a fun one. Someone said, wait, what is the Lunar New Year? I think that Chinese New Year is what it is. Guessing it's based on the moon cycle because it's the lunar. To be honest, call me an American. I'm not totally sure. It's a Chinese New Year though. You have like 0.202 pounds in your bank account right now. That's rough. We've all been there. Hopefully you can get some monies soon. Spyro says, have you heard that Zippy collaborated with Zippy? Sorry, the Zippy collaborated with Zippy? No, that is what you said. Oh, that Zippy collaborated with LDY to make the Frank Z. Yes, I have. And honestly, the Frank Z, I was really hoping I could get one from the LDY competition, but I didn't think that was realistic. I am getting Frank P, but I feel like a little bit of jimping on the ends of the handles would help this Balisong so much. And that is exactly what the Frank Z has. So I'm sure it's awesome. For like $10 more, I'm sure it's totally worth it. I would love to try one out at some point. Although the letters are okay. And he says, I've got the second knife on the left in my hand right now. Second knife on the left. Very nice. That one right there. That's a fun one. And ZU Brothers says, I have the one in black. Oh, watching one of your vids and saw you live, Andy. Very cool, Andy. Which video were you watching? Yikes, my face is going into the screen, but that's okay. I've showed my face before. Hello. Warren says the knife you're using is cool. It is. These are all very cool. Waiting for the black color to restock. Oh, and the Frank Z? Nice. Oh, I also saw that Zippy has silencer inserts. Very tempted to get them because that's the other thing I don't really like about the Frank P. Like, that sounds great, but that's too loud in my opinion. But Wallow says, you can say my name anyway. It's an acronym for Batman Who Laughs. Okay, but people say my name like Batwalu. Batwalu? Okay, all the time. So I like that too. Batwalu. Thank you. Grandfather's flip says, I can't imagine flipping on the floor like that. Yeah, as you can see, I drop the Balisong all the time. So as opposed to having to bend down and picking it up all the time in the video, figured I should make some room here. I should just sit on the floor. Somebody asked, what is my pronoun? I'm a man. So there you go. Space flight and geography. I ate a road barrier. Crunchy. You know, I really don't recommend them. They're actually not very high in fiber or protein. I hope you're doing okay. Spyro Clone says, do you have any tips to help do a cheek tweak fan? Oh, I will answer in a second. I cannot say your name, but he says, do you have an Impusa? I do not. I would love to flip a Fellowship Blades thing, but what are some good Balisong? Okay, I'm like way behind. Tweak fan. So like I used to think you really had to like go like that to get the momentum going, which you can, but honestly, like just play around with, and maybe this isn't as helpful like for learning it, but like you can drop the handle like that and like still do it, like just a little bit like that. So you notice how it's like, you really don't need as much momentum. So it's like, it's really like a lot of fan tricks. It's just all about the timing. I'm way behind on chat, sorry. Yvette Cavallo says, I love butterfly knives, bro. Can you do a Rolex? Rolex is a type of watch, right? I don't know if that's a certain trick. Is that a certain trick? Let me know if that's a certain trick. I'm not sure what that is. And he says, I was watching how to get to the ice pick grip because I've just got down a nice combo that ends with a Murnax ladder. Very nice. Yeah, if you want an advanced version, you can. I've been doing this recently where it's like you go to the pinky. It's been really fun. Whoops. AK360 M1 to M2 says, yo, hello. I'm trying to catch up. Creative Text says, what are some good beginner Balisongs? The Cheese is fantastic. Teflon Vault is very good. The Orion is all you need. It's very good for sure. The Canyon is also another good option. Definitely the cheapest one. And I would say the least standard, honestly, but still good. Best way to learn tricks, Anthony says. Very good question. To keep it short, I think using tutorials can help speed up your progress even more, and if they're really good tutorials, they can teach you how to learn new tricks better. And similarly, I also think that using slow motion videos is a fantastic skill that every Balisong flipper should use. So you should use both the tutorials and use slow motion videos. And I would say just use whatever you have available to you. But break down what is going on and try and think, how do I think I can fix this? And then try and fix it. Break every trick down into the smallest steps you can. That'll help you so much. Iker says, I love butterflies. I like butterfly knives. Definitely not same. Says, I'm so far behind. I'm trying to download a game I had yesterday again, so I did the same, but I don't have enough space. Oh, bye. See you later. Yeah, that's the worst. Literally, I was editing a video, and I couldn't even delete files because my computer was so full. Grandfather Flip says, it's super cool to see many people in the stream, but it must be hard to catch them. Like, oh my goodness, yes. Yes, I'm way behind. Anonymous Syria says, what is the name of this thing in your hand? This is called a butterfly knife trainer, or a balisong. That comes from the Filipino word, which is where these originate mostly. Like, I mean, there's some debate that an earlier version was in France or whatever, but like as we know it, the Philippines kind of popularized it, and then a Filipino man, I'm pretty sure, started Benchmade, which is why we call them butterfly knives. So, Derek says, any scars from mistakes? No, but I got that earlier. Anyway, Yvette says, okay, and then you catch. Did I miss a chat? Can you do a triangle? I don't know what that is. It says, and then you catch it, and then you spin it towards you, and then you just put it like you were about to deploy it towards you, and then you just put it. Basically, you just spin it around your finger, like a chaplain. So, oh yeah, Creative Text says, so chaplain. Is that what that means? I don't know. Spiroclone says, what's your favorite trick to do? That definitely changes a lot. Shortstop is up there for sure. I like doing the Gin Knuckle Duster when I don't fail it. The Rev Shortstop or the Rev Ladder. And whoops, the regular ladder when I don't mess it up. But favorite trick to do is hard to say, but yeah, the reverse behind the 8-ball is super nice. Yeah, that one's a good one too. I like Steve. Hello, welcome. Napoleon Dynamite. Not even sure what that has to do with anything. It's a funny movie. A lot of people hate it though. The Golden Booty says ladders are hard. I'm a child. No, I'm not. Yes, ladders are difficult, but you can start with like, just start slow. And when you're trying to do any type of infinity ladder, like moving your hand really helps, like in this kind of motion. Well, it doesn't look like I'm moving it that much, but like in this motion, it helps a ton to like carry that momentum around. If that makes sense, kind of exaggerating there. Illusion says, which one do you recommend buying in that lineup? It depends on obviously your budget, but also like what you have. But honestly, like I just got this one, the Orion 1.5. It is a very highly recommended Balisong by a lot of people for a long time. And I can finally now actually, because I actually own one, I can say, yes, the Orion 1.5 is a fantastic one to get. The cheese is also super good, Teflon Gulp. If you want something really cheap and plastic, the Frank P. Though I really also love my Squiddy A, but that's definitely a lot more expensive. If you want something more expensive, you can get the Sirius or the Squid Trader, both V4s. And if you want a really cheap beater, the Canyon is the one to go to. Hello, Yokai. Welcome. Grandfather Flip says, oh, I just did a new type of combo that I learned where you do the reverse fan into a reverse chaplain. Very cool. Interesting. Oh, I'm curious. How do you do that? Reverse fan into a reverse chaplain? Like a normal chaplain? I'm not sure how to do that. Oh, Steve Kiff says he was good with the bow staff. That's right. Did they use... Oh. Were there nunchucks in that one? I can't remember. I remember Napoleon had a pair of sai as well. Yes. Spiral Clone says, I love doing the reverse helix myself. I'm trying to learn how to do the chatter. Yeah, the reverse helix is super fun. The chatter is one that like I still cannot do like fluidly. Like I understand what's going wrong, but I'm like I can't for the life of me fix it. But I can do like the index chatters pretty well. Oh, Grandfather Flip says you post in the Discord. Thank you. This is cool, bro, says Steve. Thank you. Yeah, Balisongs are super fun. I highly recommend everybody watching that hasn't to pick one up sometime. Leave J Vlone says, let me get one, I'm broke. Well, you should definitely get one if you can. Are the plastic ones too light? I wouldn't say, oh, hello, Blue Lego Boy. It is I. Welcome. You made it. Glad you finally made it to a stream. I wouldn't say the plastic ones are too light necessarily. I think they're definitely different. Like flipping something plastic is definitely a different experience than flipping metal. And that can be good. But I wouldn't say that they're too light. Flip the orange Will Hirsch one. Oh yeah, this one. It's a little bit modded, as you can see. Took out some of the material on the handles. I added these inserts, rounded off these. I will not be flipping this one very long. Hello, hi. Say it back. Hi, hi. Yeah, this one is not very fun to flip, but Luca says, how much did you pay for one? The price ranges varies. The price ranges varies. The price range varies a lot. From it's like $33 to these are like $150, $170, although I didn't pay for either of these. They were sent to me for the purpose of review. The most I paid, I guess technically, this one's like $85. It's kind of crazy. I had a gift card though. Oliver Flips Balisongs, welcome. Says it's so fun. It is fun. You have 21, very nice. Which is your favorite? Or which is like your top 3? Andy says Squid Industries have stopped shipping half their stuff to the UK because of customs. Oh, and you're about to get a Squid Trainer? Oh, that's sad. Dang. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it's hard with Balisongs being so unliked by a lot of the world. Bradley Hill, welcome. Hi. Steve Kiff says, I feel like you've done your fair share of finger kick flips at the lunch table. That is funny. I actually have not. I literally the other day, I was just at one of my kids' friend's birthday party, and they had like a little finger skateboard, and I just tried to do some tricks. But other than that, actually I did have one growing up, but I didn't really understand what the point was. I didn't understand that people like to do tricks on it. Pretty crazy. But yeah, no, skill toys are cool. Purper says, do you like the Nabalis X Wilhirsch Volp? I do. I really enjoyed this Volp. I had it. I flipped it like crazy for over a year, well over a year. I've had this for 2 years. Flipped it so much. Really enjoyed it. And now it's really been replaced by the Teflon Volp. So I mostly choose to flip that one. Oops. Oliver Flips Balisong says, I do Balisong at school every time. Oh, cool. That's fun that they allow that. Andy says, I just copped a Volt Pro instead, and that ran me like $140. Oh, nice. Yeah, I have not flipped the Volt Pro, but I would love to try it out one time. Blue Lego Boy says, wait, are there any clones in your collection? Technically, yes. So this is like actually technically a clone of something like called the Mamba, I think. But like kind of. I don't know if the blade is. I think the blade is different. This is also potentially possibly a clone. I'm not really sure. Something called like the Tuna or something. And the blade is a clone of the one arrow, but it's a little bit different. Not like a straight one-to-one clone. This one, the blade, I mean, the handle geometry, like it looks just like a Volp, like with the jimping and everything. But then the blade obviously is like heavily Mako inspired. The sender is different though. And then this one on the far left is like a Benchmade 51 clone, but like not really because it like is very different. It looks like the copy of the homework, but change it a little bit so the teacher doesn't find out type of clone. Thomas Backer says, have you ever cut yourself? I'm always like hesitant to talk about this kind of topic because of YouTube, but not really. I really haven't. I've never like cut myself because none of these are actually sharp. But you know, if you drop something on your leg, sometimes there's ketchup, if you know what I mean. Valor says, how do you get good at it? I got a trainer and wondering how do you get good at it. It's slow. So you're gonna see all these people online that are like flipping and going crazy, and a lot of them have been doing this for many years. And even the ones that like recently started, they've probably been putting in a lot of hours into it. So don't be discouraged. I would just say just start from like the beginning. Just start learning tricks. Try and this is hard. I want to make more videos on this kind of topic to help people out, but like you want to learn. I do like fundamental tricks, but also work on getting your tricks to be, once you learn tricks, as soon as you can, try and learn combos and focus on flow. But like anything, just practice. And by practice, I don't just mean do things, just like throw it at the wall and see what sticks, but like actually focus on what you're doing and see if you can get better. I'm so far behind on the chat. I'm so going to have to start skipping things. Navalis is working with a Korean YouTuber. Yes, Seong Bae, that's right. To make a cat-themed Teflon Balisong. You'll buy and release. It's very nice. Yeah, Seong is really cool. I enjoy his videos. Chables, hello, how's it going? Can you give me some tips, please? I kind of shared some tips, but if you have anything specific, drop it in the comments. The Volt Mako. Yes, the Volt Mako. Andy says, second one to the left is definitely Mako clone, but the handles is weird and definitely weighted. Yes, for sure. Someone, ZU brother says, can I be moderator? Oops, I'm not really looking at what I'm doing. Not right now. I honestly don't have any moderators and I don't really know about setting all that up. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at skipping chat and I'm way far behind. Can you help me? Someone says, can you help me with SOS? It's the support original Squiddy. It gets too much hate. Oh, I've never flipped the original Squiddy. But yeah, I hear it again. It's catching strays. It's catching strays for real. What is the yellow one? Oh yeah. I got you. Brady? I'm not sure. There's an S where there's supposed to be an A. This is the cheese made by Nabales. So if you go on, or Nabales, if you go on Nabales.com, you can check out the cheese. Oh my goodness, the screw is loose. And I do not have a screwdriver on me. I'll be right back. This is the driver that I use. But you can buy it on Nabales.com. Nabales cheese, that's right. Oh, thank you. It's like 85, I think, but that's also like kind of always on sale for 75, I think. Steve Kiss says, so the blade is heavier. Is that how you judge it with muscle memory? Steve, you might have to be... Oh, you're just talking in general, because I don't know if you flipped a Balisong. Yeah, the blade, I think, typically is heavier than one of the handles. I'm not sure if it's heavier than both of the handles. But yeah, just like with anything, you can feel the weight of it moving around. But yes, muscle memory for sure is a large part of it. Hello, the Buffness. Welcome. Bradley says, can you teach me how to open it the beginning? I can actually. If you go on my channel, I have a full video of the very first tricks to learn. It's just called Balisong is flipping, or how to flip butterfly knives, I think. So it's very recent. You could just check it there. Okay, come back. Oh, cool. There's a blue one. Chable says, yo, can you give me some tips? Yes, what do you need specifically? Just because I'm so far behind in the chat. Otherwise, I could. Okay. But Walu says, I got a crazy deal on a Kraken V3 secondhand and can't wait to get it in the mail. Very nice. I'd love to flip a Kraken one day. Alpha Wolf Paul says, I'm so sad these are illegal where I'm. No, so you can't practice. Can you get even trainers? You might have to look into making one. Just some tips for learning and what Bowie you use. Not sure what you mean by what Bowie. Like what Bowie? knife. Just some tips for learning. I would just say, I mentioned this earlier, but I would utilize both tutorials and learning from slow motion. You don't want to be reliant and need somebody to make a tutorial in order for you to learn a trick. As well, experiment, come up with things on your own. But I would say just focus on learning tricks, ideally like the fundamental tricks, which is something I want to make videos on, but and then work on combos and linking things together and focus on flow, because it's easier to add more speed or whatnot later, but you want to work on flow. Alpha Wolf Paul says, totally got to find one that ships here. Yeah, you should definitely do that. I don't know if, like, I know the Bali ships to a lot of places. Blue like a boy. Yes, I don't think I allowed links in the chat, so maybe that's why it's not showing up. Oops. Alpha Wolf says, yeah, I thought about making one because the government here is known to even block training ones. Yeah, I feel that. That is unfortunate. It's just for fun, but yeah, I made one out of Legos. It's not great. But I've seen people make them out of popsicle sticks and stuff. Andy says, is the Nibali's cheese good? I've heard good stuff. Yes, the Nibali's cheese is very good. It's super fun. It's super comfortable in the hands. Carries momentum really well. It's really good for like momentum-based flipping. Woo. But yeah, and it comes in new colors now. So there's in yellow, and then there's also pink and blue. I'm just going to say Brady. You can correct me if I'm mispronouncing your name, but Brady says, what is the orange and black one's name and where can I get it? This is the only orange one. It's not really black. This one I do not recommend. Do not get this one. You can, I don't even know if you can find this one specific. Oh, that hurt. I don't even know if you can find one specifically. It looks like we're good on Amazon, but I got it on Amazon. I do not recommend it. Even if you just like really like how it looks, this is by far the worst flipping one on here. To be honest, I don't know why I put it over here. But there it is. And then Chable says, oh, okay, what in the white one you were using before the cheese? Teflon Volp. Yes. This one is a Teflon Volp. It's about the same price, if not the exact same price as the cheese. Honestly, this one is not Chaplin as well, or as like sticky. It's not as sticky on the Chaplins. It's still good enough. This one, I feel like it isn't as like committed with it carries momentum well. It just doesn't carry it as like strongly, if that makes sense. So it's easier to be a little bit more agile with it, I think. Both are very good. Spider Clone says the Zen pins are falling out in the cheese, so I guess it's hammer time. Yeah, Zen pins are falling out in both of mine. I heard somebody leave a comment about using a watchmaker's hammer on it, and I do have one, so I might have to do that. I need some, what is it, sleeve retainer, I think is it's called. Let me get some water. Oh, the orange and clear one, yeah. Forgotten Trojan says, how do you get so good? Oh, hello. I see a lot of people. Hello, Django. Welcome, welcome. I will answer your question in just a second. But Forgotten Trojan, how do you get so good? It's a lot of practice, and practice is, people throw that word around a lot. Practice isn't just throwing yourself at something and hoping that it works, but like focusing on how to improve. And a lot of time. I mean, I've been doing this for a little over 2 years, and there's a lot of people that are a lot better than me, and even in less time. So, but yeah, but a lot of practice. Somebody asked, who is it? Brady said, what's the amber color one? This is actually called the Squiddy A. The A stands for amber. I really enjoy this one. This is basically like exactly the same as a Squiddy B, except it costs like $30 more. And the handles are made of PEI or Ultem, which I just really like the Ultem. So there's that. Okay, thank you, Grandfather Flips. I'll have to check out that combo later. Blue Like a Boy says, is the Squid Trainer more sticky for chaps than the Volp? Because I've heard both are hard to chap. Yeah, I would say that the Squid Trainer, Chaplin's, like the exact same as the Volp, honestly. And that was something that, because like when I had gotten this to review, like I hadn't, like the Volp, I didn't have a ton of Balisongs, and the Volp was like the one that I flipped the most because it was like the best one that I had. And basically all of my Balisongs chaplined about the same as the Volp. And so does the Squid Trainer. And so I was a little surprised because I assumed, because everybody had been trashing on the Volp for so long, about how it like just couldn't chaplain. I was expecting this to chaplain better. And I was like, and I said in the review, I'm like, I feel like this could chaplain a little bit better. But it's honestly, they're both fine. They're, makes it good for like doing what? Cats. Where, whoops. Which I can't really do, but. Oh. But yeah, like where you do a chaplain and then have it fly into the air. Alpha Wolf Paw says, I found a local shop that sells trainers. Oh, very cool. Whoops. And he said they've released the Volt Pro, which solves the problems for double the price. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I missed something. Oh, what? I kind of wish Will would update the original Volt design with speed channels and a more chaplain-friendly blade. So I have heard on Instagram, Brandon was saying that, and it sounded like that. It sounds like they might be doing an actual like Volp upgrade, so that's very exciting. So we'll see what they do. Danjo Ruska says, what Balisong do you recommend for beginners? There's a couple. So I just got this LDY Orion 1.5. This is a fantastic Balisong. And it's like the same price as both the Cheese and the Teflon Volp. I would recommend all of those three. The Cheese, Teflon Volp, both from the Bally's. The LDY Orion 1.5 and the Canyon if you're looking for a more budget option. Jumping around the chat. Alpha Wolf Paw says, thank you for reawakening my want to learn this. Oh, you're welcome, of course. Good luck on your journey. Blue Lego Boy says, PEI, Prince Edward Island. Yes, it's also the old Tim, I guess. That's funny, though. Oh. Spiroclone. Am I saying your name right? Yeah, Spiroclone says, I have the Volt Pro, and it's great. But I want the base to be better, too, and not double the price. Yeah, I feel that. I was super, when I first heard what they announced for the Volt Pro, I thought like it was more vague, and I thought it was like going to be a Volt V2 and be like the same price, and so I was really excited. And it was the Volt Pro, and still really cool. I wasn't, and I'm still not a huge fan of like the design, like the G10, how it looks. So that's part of the reason why I didn't like get one. But yeah, I'd be really excited to see a Volp like V2, especially because like the Teflon Volp has just been so good with the tolerances. And the grip and the comfort. Oops. Frostbite, hello, welcome, says, have you seen the Knifey CS2 knives? Maybe. Oh. Are those the ones that are, like, curved? I'm not sure. Andy says, yeah, but if they improve the Volp, then the Volp Pro would just be way less valuable. It depends. I mean, there's something to that. That's like, yeah. I feel like it's not... Balisongs, how they flip, and just because there's something that's cheaper that flips well doesn't make the expensive ones any less purchased. I think like a lot of people, like the Orion 1.5 is so good, but there's a lot of people that buy things that are more expensive and for a lot of reasons, like they like the look or whatnot. A lot of people like the G10, the fact that it has G10 on the Volt Pro, the fact that it's customizable. But also, I feel like a lot of people have already bought Volt Pros, so there's that, you know. It's been out for a while, so it's not like, yeah, but there is something to that for sure. Brady says, you are awesome. Thank you for answering all my questions. I subbed. You are welcome. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for just hanging out, asking some questions, making the stream a fun stream for people to join in on. Yeah, Andy says they're actually going to upgrade the Volp. No, yeah, I'm very excited for that. Blue Lego Boy says, I remember the Volp getting completely trashed by the Balisong community, but now it's getting better and better, LOL. Yeah, I feel like it got a little bit too much hate, honestly. Because I feel like I said earlier, I think the Volp chaplain's about as good as the Squid Trainer. And, like, nobody complains about the Squid Trainer compared to the people that complain about the Volp. HLBD Extra says, I recently started on trainers. I've learned the half twirl, and I'm working on a parabolic. Very nice. I'm assuming that means like you were flipping live before, or maybe you're just saying that you just mentioned that on trainers. I don't know, but that's cool. Yeah, I feel like the parabolic is a fun trick, and it's also like, I mean, you should totally keep learning it, you know, if you want. It's fun. I do them, but it's also like one of the, it's like not super useful usually. Like it's a lot harder to use in the context of a combo, but it's still very fun. Andy says, yeah, right now the Volp is definitely good at its job. Yeah, that's true. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. This is just a separate thing. I feel like it's easier to say it in like a live than one of my videos. But if you like my videos and you enjoy them and you want to see them, YouTube is weird about just recommendations in general, but also like especially with Balisong content. But make sure you like leave a like or something like on the videos, because that'll let YouTube know that you want to see more of this. So like if you like the stream right now, you'll be more likely to see the streams in the future when it's in your feed. And of course you can subscribe, as Forgotten Trojan did. Thank you for subscribing. Spyro Clone says, I'm of the belief that if Will wants to claim to have the best beginner Balisong, then it should be a Balisong that grows with you to your advanced stages, not outgrown. Yeah, I agree. I feel like that's definitely truth with that. But I would also counter that, and this is another thing that people say a lot, but I would counter that you don't actually outgrow the Volp. Like, you can do all of the tricks on it. And, like, I have learned, like, so many of the tricks. And there's, like, so many different things with Chaplain. Like, there's nothing you can't do with it. I'm just not very good at flipping, but there's nothing you can't do with the Volp. Ooh. Trying to do something on stream. But, yeah, I'm like, I honestly don't think that you outgrow the Volp. I mean, you see people that, like, go absolutely crazy on, like, these CCC Balisongs, like people in like other countries that don't even have access to other Balisongs, and it's like those Balisongs are trash, right? But like they're flipping amazingly because you can get used to things and you can do all the tricks on really a lot less than you think you need. But it may feel like you want a different experience. It's just like the nature of something being budget. Sparklum says, the Volp is still a good Balisong, but I wish for it to be better without compromising to the mid-range. What do you mean by that, without compromising to the mid-range? I'm just not sure what you mean. Blue Lego Boy says, I'm currently working on the infinite combo you talked about in the vid with the cherry picker. Very nice. Nice. I'm sure. I think it was this one. Whoops, and I messed it up. I feel like if I need like to have those combos fresh in my mind. But yeah, that's a fun one to do. I really just like that whip rollover to Chaplain. I think I'm switching between the two ones. Andy says, do you have a favorite two tricks that flow into each other for a combo? I mean, there's so many that are like really fun, like two trick combos. That was one. That's a pretty, excuse me, pretty easy one. But yeah, just doing like a whip rollover into a Chaplain. Oh, I messed it up. Doing a whip rollover into a Chaplain. That's super fun. But I guess like somehow it was like complete. Obviously like a whip rollover into a, whoops, of course. Whip rollover into a rev shortstop. Of course I mess it up. A whip rollover into a reverse short. A whip rollover into a reverse shortstop. Guys, this is what it's like when I record my videos. It's bad. Alan McAllister says that's what the Volt Pro is for. Yeah, I think it doesn't need to be 140 to be better at Chaplains, essentially. Yes, I agree. I think that was like a little disappointing, where I feel like a Volt V2 could have happened way sooner, where it's like, you know, you've heard the community feedback. You know what people don't like about the Volt. Like, the fact that they did, like with the Volt Pro, I think part of, like a lot of what helped on the Chaplains probably is like moving the pivots closer together and then changing the geometry of the blade, like where it comes out a little bit more. And I feel like that would be like, obviously I've never made a Balisong, right? So I don't know about all that, but I feel like that would be relatively easy to implement into like a Volt V2. Technically this one is like a V2, but anyway. Yeah, so like it is a little bit like sad where it's like okay, you could have just done that. And even like, you know, oh, and if they increase the tune and whatnot, and like, okay, it was like $5 more or whatever, it's fine. But yeah, it is kind of like if you like the Volt but want better chaplains, then get the Volt Pro. Like that isn't. I don't think that's what they were going for. They were going for just an all around better thing. Andy said, you keep grabbing the Orion. LOL, it must be good. Yes, it is good. It's my most recent Balisong, so I've been flipping it a lot. And it's also nice and quiet, so I've been enjoying that. But yeah, I've just been, it's new, so that's part of the reason why I'm grabbing it. Oops. Butter Does Fly says, you need a red Balisong and it completes the rainbow. Yeah. Yeah, for real. I have them laid out. Oops. I have them laid out. This is how I had it like for the thumbnail for my collection video. Although I've been putting the Orion over here more. But yeah, this is kind of more color coded. XD Skull says hi. Blue Lego Boy says, wait, do you whip with the bite handle to chap? No, you whip. So if you start on the safe handle and you throw it over, now you're holding the bite handle and you whip. So I guess you're whipping on the bite handle, but you start on the safe and then you throw it over. And now you're on the safe handle to do a chaplain. Lost in Purple 14 says, yo, those are sick. Thank you. They're called Balisongs or butterfly knives, which you may already know that. But yeah, they are sick. They're really fun. Blue Lego Boy says, wait, Volp is T8 and changed to T10. So the Volp, when it first came out, the very first production, had hardware that was not hardened, and it was T8. And then after that first batch was released, they had some feedback, and the Zen pins also, a lot of them, I think, fell out. And so they made this, the second version that has the T10 hardware, and it was $5 more, and it was hardened hardware. And that's what this Volp is right here. So technically that is like the V2, kind of. I mean, it was never officially named that. Maybe it's like more like the production 2. I don't know, but it's not like the productions have, there's more than 2 productions. I don't even know. I just kind of call it the V2, kind of. Alan McAllister says, I just needed that angle fix, which shouldn't have been 140. Yeah, and like I said, like the Volt Pro is like definitely a lot more than just fixing some of the flippability. Like, and I haven't even flipped it, so I don't even know. But that's something that I listen. Like I do really like, and I think why the Volp has done so well. Like with the Balisongs that Will and Brandon have made, they have like that they made with Balis, the Volp and Volt Pro, like they've both been very specific. Like this is the price range. This is the area of the market that we want to make a Balisong for. And so, yeah, it's it's cool that at least like they're going for, they have like a specific idea in mind. Jack, I'm not sure how to say name Joe, but yo Benjamin, can you do a double roll out into a middle finger roll, into an index roll, then catch the by handle turn and ready to go? Okay, I'm gonna try. It's so hard to do things from text. You do a double roll out into a middle finger roll to an index roll, then catch the by handle turn at 180 degrees, then thumb roll over. I have no idea if I did that right. Probably not. Technically, I just did a reverse cherry picker and a whip roll over. Let me know if that was even close. Chable says, what is your favorite Balisong and where did you get it from? Georgie said, yo, the orange one's right beside me. Very nice. Nice. Was that the first one you got? That's the first one I got. But to answer your question, Chables, it's hard to pick favorites, but like I feel like the Sirius has been definitely up there. Once again, it's like the second newest one that I've had. But I really like the Sirius and the Orion and the Teflon Volp and the Cheese. But then also, I like, as far as plastic, I really like my Squiddy Eye. But I don't know, it's so hard to pick favorites. But, yeah. Oops. Blue Lego Boy said, yeah, the Zen pin's falling out. The Bally community hated that so much. I was going to get the Volp until they trashed it, and some dude has like 10 Volps that are broken or something. Yeah, the Zen pins that you can fix, like, It's not too hard. Like mine fell out after, and people have had different experiences. For me, it took a year of a lot of flipping for my Zen pins to finally fall out. And then I fixed them with super glue. They came out. I fixed them with red Loctite. They came out. But I maybe didn't do a good job on that because then the second time I fixed it with red Loctite, it's been totally fine since then. Oh, Joe said I was trying to explain a cherry picker. Oh, I see. Like this. I was trying to. Do you know the assassin flown grip switch into figure 8 closing? That is my favorite ice pick to close. I do not. Grip switch to figure 8 close. Whoops, that was weird. I don't. I would like to see that though. Whoops. Spider-Clone says, I want Will and Brandon to succeed. Truly, the Volt means a lot to me, but I can't help but think that with some minor improvements, it can be just right. Yeah, I agree. Like, I think that the Volp is totally fine where it is now. But, like, with the minor improvements, it could be... I think it could be a lot close to being more competitive with the Orion. Because right now, like, the Volp versus the Orion 1.5 is a no-brainer. The Orion 1.5... Like, the Teflon Volt versus them, I mean, ultimately it does come down to preference, but even then, I'm still going to recommend, like, the Orion 1.5 just because, like, it doesn't have a problem with chaplains. But obviously, like, the Teflon Volt is still really good. Like, I mean, the sound is great. The comfort factor, like, it feels so comfortable. Like, this is definitely the most comfortable Balisong, metal Balisong that I have that is also grippy. So, like, there's a lot that they did right on this, for sure. But like you said, like, with a little bit of tweaking, it could be even better. And that's why I'm really excited, because they're doing a little bit of tweaking, it sounds like. Whoops. Blue Like a Boy says, yeah, red Loctite fixes it from what I heard, and it's such a minor inconvenience, in my opinion. Not worth all the hate for that. Yeah, it's definitely understandable. I think in the beginning as well. And for some people, like, it's come out right away. And yeah, if you pay 70 or 60... Yeah, if you pay $65 on something, or 60, I guess, for the first one, and, like, it breaks within, you know, a couple days, couple weeks, yeah, it's going to leave a bad taste in your mouth. Oh, was no XC, I don't know how to say your name, but it says, can you do a helix? I can do a helix. Can you bring one to school? I cannot bring one to school, because I don't go to school. No, it depends if you can bring these to school. Somebody earlier in the chat said that they bring it to school all the time. Blue Like a Boy says, then Orion versus Kraken. I don't know what you mean, but I've never flipped a Kraken. Joe says, assassin flown grip switch is where you hold it in ice pick. Hold the safe handle with the middle and thumb. Make your grip like holding a sandwich, swivel the knife. Is it you talking about this? I don't know if that's the grip switch you're talking about. Are you going to the fan? Probably not. Oh, yes. Joe says yes. Oh, yeah, I love this trick. Oops. Yeah, that's like, when I first saw that, I don't remember who I saw it from, but I thought it was like the coolest. Oops. Thought it was like the coolest way to get out of the ice pick. And I saw that they go into like a pinch closed. Oh. Alan says, gotta head out. Have a good night. Have a good night. I hope I didn't miss you. Yeah, Blue Lego Boy said, solid video from another dude that said it's considered a weapon replica or something, so now I recommend. And this is, Nee says, yeah, but everybody in that vid were commenting that teachers are chill with trainers. Yeah, I think it really just depends on the, oops, do a helix. I already did a helix. See? And I messed it up. I think it depends on your school and whatnot. Because I've seen here people, I think Tucker Flips has a video, right, where his story time where he, like, got banned, or not got banned, like his squiddy was taken and all this stuff, and yeah, whoops. But yeah, I would say you ask the school. I think I've heard of some people say like they ask their principal, teacher. I don't really know. I haven't been to school in a long time. But yeah, Blue Lego Boy says, oh, you've never flipped the Kraken, so many people love that, especially the Valley community. Who outside the Valley community loves the Kraken? I mean, I guess if like somebody like an EDC Okay, technically, that wouldn't be like the Bali community, but yeah, I've never flipped a Kraken. I would love to, for sure. Joe says, how long have you been flipping for? I've been flipping. Sorry, I don't know why I said sorry. Keep touching the bite handle. I'm just looking at the chat the whole time. I'm not looking at what I'm doing, like, at all. I've been flipping for, like, combined, like, 2 years and a few months, I think. I have a whole video about it, if you're curious and more, where I have, like, a whole timeline with all my Balisongs. If you get a squiddy, then I think you'd be good. Yeah, it depends, because some people they still just see a squiddy as a butterfly knife trainer, and that's a no-go for them. Yikes. Caden Hardy says, I think I'm gonna be the Barracuda by BB Barfly. You're gonna get the Barracuda with the tax refund. Very nice. The Barracuda, I know a lot of people have been saying it's really good. That's really cool. Wow, I just did bite handle. I did that without looking. I feel like the Helix is such an easy trick. Yes, the Helix, it's funny because if you look on some tutorials, it'll say advanced because they're really old, and all the tricks I feel like were considered a lot more difficult back then because there were also a lot less tricks to do. Like nobody's out there doing double scissor giraffes and stuff. But yeah, I feel like the Helix is it's when you're first starting, it can be difficult, but it's easier compared to all the other things. Oops, I need to look at what I'm doing. Joe says, I got the Helix down in like 1.5 hours, and I still can't do the short stop. I've been trying for like 5 days since I got my Volp. Oh, nice, you got a Volp. The short stop took me so long to get down. It's another tutorial. It's another trick that I would like to make a tutorial on because I struggled with it for so long, but then I finally got it down. It took me months, guys, months to do the short stop. I remember, like until I could do it like clean and smooth. But if I can tell you one thing, no matter what, do not use your index. Even if you fail like that, don't get in the habit of using your index. Just try again because it's harder to break a habit once you've built it up. Bad habit. But yeah, the short stop. But I see other people that get the short stop like really quick, and people learn at different rates, and that's okay. Oops. Blue Lego Boy says you can 100% try on when you trade your way to Blade Show. Try one. Yes, I hope to be able to make more trades, guys. The Pacific is it's a good Balisong. I know a lot of people don't like it, but a lot of people love it. But it's been hard to get a trade. I've had so many people reach out and then change their mind for whatever reason. A lot of them, like, it's unrelated, or people are like, yeah, I want to trade, and they can't for whatever reason. But it's been a struggle. I'm starting to lose hope that I will trade up. But I think I would really love to be able to keep trading, like get other Balisongs, like get into titanium range, because it'd be really fun. But I'm pretty sure, like, because now I'm monetized on YouTube, woohoo! If I keep making videos and everything, and if I sell this, I think it should be like enough to go. But it would be nice to be able to continue to trade this up and to be able to, yeah, make more videos on different Balisongs, get to try out different Balisongs like in my home and make videos on them. And it'd be really cool. If I get something for titanium, I'd love to start anodizing. Spiroclone says, are you planning on getting a Grail at some point? Maybe if I can keep trading this up, maybe we'll get into a Grail territory. That'd be awesome. But I'm not really planning on buying a Grail. Honestly, I have so many Balisongs, and I already can't flip them enough. It would be really cool. I would really like to have a titanium Balisong one day. But we'll see if that ever happens. Right now, honestly, I don't really have any plans of buying any, though, because they're just so expensive. And it's not going to flip 10 times better than anything I have, you know. Not that it would be 10 times more expensive than my more expensive ones. Anyway. Blue Lego Boy says, I was also going to get that too before I got my squid trainer. A bunch of people just told me that the material is bad. Guys, my number one tip is don't ask a Bali community unless you really have to. Wait, which one were you talking about that said the material was bad? Ouch. Everyone's going to hate it and say get a Kraken, except like 3 people. Yeah, I feel like there's also a lot of like, I don't know, what are the terms, like groupthink, parroting, I don't know, like where people just kind of say the same things without like really thinking about the opinions, or like they just say opinions that are considered to be popular or whatnot. Whether it's because, yeah, like not everybody has flipped everything, so sometimes people will say things about Balisongs that they've never flipped just because they've heard other people say them, or just because, yeah, they don't want to be called like, I don't know how people disagree with them. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people will say, oh, this Balisong's trash, this one's the best or whatever. But, oh, the Pacific, yeah. But I will say this, though. I think when everybody says, or like the large majority of people say this Balisong is good, that means it's a safer bet. Like, everybody basically says that the Orion is amazing. And I got one, and it is amazing. Like, it's a safe bet, you know? Versus, like, with the Volp, a lot of people don't like. I like it. I think it's good. But I can also see the downsides, right? And so, like, the same thing is with, like, the BB Firefly or, like, BB Barfly products. Like, some people say that they really don't like them because they're really chunky. And so if you get it, you might really love it, but you also might be more likely to dislike it. Same thing with, like, the Pacific. Like, it is unique. And that's one of the things I really like about it. Like, it's super unique, and it's really fun to flip. But also I can see why people would or could, like, dislike it. Why it'd be wonky. Like, and so it's understandable where it's like, yeah, I feel like if you're gonna, most people, if you give them a Pacific or a Kraken, most people probably would, and I've never flipped a Kraken, but probably would like the Kraken more because it's more standard. But yeah. But yeah, most people have never tried it. It's true. It's true. Most people have not tried it because there's not a lot of them. The Orion 1.5 is sandwich. So it has just 2 slabs of metal. And these spacers is not channel. There you go, Joe. Or no. Yeah. Yeah. And people like hating on a Balisong. Oh, yeah, hold on. Yeah, because of the material, I feel like is so like, I don't know, unless you're the type of person that is like beats your Balisong and like really needs that. Like I've had people even just say like, oh, this Balisong's balance is going to be worse because it's 60-61 versus 70-75. And it's like, well, what if the Balisong was, I don't know, designed with it being 60-61 in mind? Like, obviously, if there was like, say, like, let's say there was a clone, right? Like a Kraken is in 70-75. Somebody were to clone it in 60-61, that would change it because it's slightly less dense, and so the handle's gonna be slightly lighter. But it's like if you design that Balisong in 60-61, then it's like it's not inherently worse. It's just, you know, like a lower grade aluminum that's a little bit more soft, right? But if you're like me, like I've had my Volt for 2 years, it's 60-61. There's a little bit of scratching, but it's like it's not destroyed. The Squid Trainer is 60-61, and people go crazy on it, and they still survive. So, Spiroclone says 60-61 is not a bad material. It's just been normalized at this point to where it's not special anymore. 70-75 uses a new hotness, but isn't indicative of the performance. Yeah, I don't know about like if 60-61 was ever like a special or whatnot. I don't know a lot about like the history. But yes, just because something is 70-75 does not make it perform better necessarily. Joe says, do you have the Nabales Canyon? I do. This is right here. I have the acid wash trainer version. Blue Lego Boy says, yeah, I was going to get it, Ryan, like when I was trying to get one. LDY didn't ship to Canada. Sadness. Just got a Squid Trainer. My options were the Pacific, Squid Trainer, Volt, or Orion. Yeah, those are all can be good choices. But yeah, I would say definitely the Orion and Squid Trainer are the more widely praised choices. And honestly, I would say I would go for an Orion if it's just me, just because like the price is so much cheaper, like $100 cheaper. But Squid Trainer is also a solid choice. So Joe says, how do you do the startup for the Choker fan? The Nabales Canyon is cheaper than the Volp, but like 0.5 ounce is heavier. Yes, it is like, it is $25 cheaper, but it is definitely heavier. It's also like a lot more durable. They're just very different. It's hard to compare the two, but How do you, to answer your question, Joe, how do you do the startup for the choker fan? Let's see, can you see this on camera very well? Not really. I'm going to switch back to the Volt. So I would just mess around with it. I actually learned the Will's choker fan verse, where you start with the handles open, like that. And then, but to do it, I just like holding the Balisong like this. Like you're going to do, I guess, is that like a, yeah, like a wrist pass. So like if you're going to do it, like go out, say from behind the 8-ball, you're now, oops, well, it's kind of, you do a wrist pass. So like, instead of doing the hole behind the 8-ball and then trying to go into the choker fan, I just hold it like this and throw it out to get that movement going. And then practice doing the choker fan like that. And then once you can do that, then you can throw it into other things like a whip roll over and then ta-da. Space flight and geography. I'm back again. Welcome. Oh, traffic cones taste like carrots. Wow, I would not have known or wouldn't have guessed, because even though they're orange, they don't grow in the ground, and that's where all the flavor is. Blue Lego Boy says, I've seen so many beaten squid trainers, LOL. Yeah, I feel like with the squid trainer, with the Krakens, they're like, a lot of people have like really beat them, which is like cool. They like definitely seem to hold up. Fire Archer 422 says, what Balisong would you recommend that's cheap but good? If you're looking for the cheapest metal Balisong that's still good, I would say the Nibali's Canyon. If you're looking for something that's more expensive, you can't go wrong with the Orion 1.5. Or if you want something that's a little more unique, feel in the hand wise with the material, the coating, both the Teflon Volt and the cheese. But yeah, Orion 1.5 is like, so many people say it's the best for the price, and I wouldn't disagree. But it's not necessarily the best for everybody, because some people might not like certain things. There's so many nuances to things. I know people on the internet with nuance. Who knew? Blue Lego Boy says, I've seen someone get a nasty. I'm always like hesitant with YouTube and Balisongs, but you know what I mean. There's ketchup, guys. There's ketchup. From the bottle opener of the Volp, have you ever gotten hurt from it? I've gotten some pain. Like if you go for a chaplain, you can get it'll like kind of catch you. Sorry. But no, I haven't really gotten any lasting damage. And I really haven't caught myself that bad in it. Most of the time I'm doing something like light where I'm like, oops, that's the wrong side. Spyro Clone says, the Volp is 61 channel aluminum, whereas the Orion is 75 sandwich aluminum. Oh yeah, that's right. I always forget that the Orion is 70-75, so that's awesome. 2-Bit says, only trainers? Yes, these are all trainers except for this one. That was a weird trick. This one is a live blade, but it's been dulled, so it's basically a trainer. See? Fine. Tommy says, whoa, those are cool. Thank you. I'm glad that you like these. These are called butterfly knives or butterfly knife trainers or Balisongs is the word that like pretty much everybody that's in the community calls them. I have some tutorials and stuff on my channel if you're curious and more. If you have any questions, just let me know. Joe says, what about the weight and the balance? If you're comparing the Volp for the Orion, yeah, the Volp, I feel like they're both pretty light. What am I talking? I could just flip them. But it's also like, listen, I'm going to be honest. I would not consider, like, if you're going between the Volp and the Canyon, or the Orion, I would say Orion every single time. If you're doing the Teflon Volp versus the Orion, then it's like, okay, I feel like that's fair. Because, like, I don't know, just with the tolerances and, like, the sound. Oh, actually, whoa, that's actually not too bad. But yeah, it just definitely, and the slipperiness and it being a little bit more sharp on here. But who knows? We'll see. They're apparently going to upgrade the Volps. So I say apparently as if I'm not the one that is saying that. Fire Archer says, I'm sorry I zoned out. That's okay. Both are somewhat handle biased and relatively lightweight. The Orion is definitely leaning more towards neutral. And the Orion has an adjustable weight system. I have not put it in, but there's a little space you can see right there for a weight pin. So that's cool. I really want to try it out. But I'm also hesitant. Like, these screws are really tight. And so, I don't know. And I've heard yeah, somebody in my Discord server, Grandfather Flips, I think it was, said that like he took his apart, or was it the Advocate? I can't remember. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But they said that like they took theirs apart and now their handle's like kind of binding. So I'm like a little hesitant to do anything yet. Joe said, bro, I got my Volt from Amazon and I pay like $75 for a non-coated blade. Yeah. It's okay. Like, listen, I flipped this like almost exclusively for a year. You can do a lot of anything you need to on this. It's not a bad knife or Balisong. You shouldn't feel bad about it, but just enjoy it. Two-Bit says, how long have you been flipping? I've been flipping for, let's see, the stream's been going for 1 hour and 10 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. I've been flipping for like a combined total time of, I think, like 2 years and a few months. So there's that. By the way, I'm just going to say, if you guys are enjoying the stream, you can leave a like on it so other people get to hopefully see it and they're recommended and enjoy it as well. And you can see more of my videos when they come out. You said Spider Clone says Orion is a decibel B? What does that mean? Orion is definitely better at fans. I learned chokers on mine. That's what Spyro Clone says. Bullies get bullied says, what Balisong has the most insane grip? Most insane grip? It's a good question. I feel like the Sirius has really good grip. I mean, the Squid Trainer also has really good grip on the faces, and the sides, I guess, also have very good grip from like the texture. But it's definitely like a little bit smooth on the faces, but it's still really good. But then also the Sirius has really good grip. It's like has all of these milling holes and it has these chamfers with milling lines. The jimping, which I wish didn't have gaps, and then this Foge speed channel, which like you can actually feel. And I saw somebody on a comment of one of Pez Flips' videos talking about how it's like with the Opus, but talking about because like there's large holes in it, but talking about like there's like feedback and like yeah, that's the perfect term. There's like constant feedback from my brain, from my hands to my brain of like that I can feel this Balisong in my hands, and so the grip is crazy, but it's also like you are constantly aware of the Balisong being in your hand versus like the Teflon Volt just feels like butter, and the cheese feels like buttery smooth. Not that's I don't know. Like it feels like soft almost, but it still has really good grip. So there's that. Fire Archer says, could you use the one that's third to the left? Also, what's its name? Third to the left or third from the left? Like, wait. Third to the left. Because I guess third to the left would be this one. Third from left would be the Canyon. So just let me know which one you meant. Sorry. Wait. Blue Lego Boy says grandfather and advocate is the same. LOL. Oh, it's the same person? Oh. That makes sense. Okay. Oops. What was that trick you did with the squid trainer? Oh, 2-Bit. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. I appreciate that. What was the trick you did with the squid trainer? Oh, I don't remember. I'm sorry. It was so long ago. You'll have to let me know if you see it again. Lady I Am says, yo. Hello, welcome. Fire Archer 422 says, the Canyon, I'm thinking about buying it, but I would appreciate if you could show it off. Oh, yes, the Canyon. I got you. Yeah, the Canyon's definitely, like, I feel like the Canyon, you can't go wrong with it because for Balisong, like, it's so cheap. It's $40. Which obviously I know, like, it's still $40, you know. But it's like, worst case scenario, even if you don't love it, it's still a fantastic beater because it's durable and it's a beater. So, like, if you don't care about it that much, you have it as a beater. This is my beater. And you can see there's a little bit on the blade, on the handles. But I flipped it a good amount. I haven't flipped it as much, like, more recently, but the handle gap is still just fine. On the sound test short I did a long time ago or a while ago, a lot of people said that they like the Canyon sound the most, which is kind of surprising, but it does have a unique sound. Bandito Dorito says, what vid should I watch after the first beginner? It's a good question. I don't have like a ton of great, like I don't have a ton of tutorials on my channel. I don't have a ton of videos on my channel, honestly. I have a lot of shorts that kind of just show off like random tricks that I come up with that are like more unique or different things. But like, but on my channel, I would say the other one that says like, this is the best beginner trick, that would probably be it. It's the one on the whip rollover. It has the cheese on the thumbnail, but the whip rollover looks like that. It's a great trick. But honestly, like you can also learn the, I guess you can learn the Y2K and the Zen rollover first. And you can also learn the index rollover. That's not it. There we go. But yeah. But Squid Industries has a lot of good tutorials for like some foundational tricks. Whoa. Fire Archer says, thank you so much. Where would I get the Canyon? You can get this on Amazon. I got it on Amazon, but you can also get it on Nabali's.com. And if you get it on Nabali's.com, shout out to The Buffness. If you search up The Buffness, he has an affiliate code, which also has a discount. And he also does get like a kickback from it. I get nothing, but he's also, I would consider him to be my friend on Balisong things. So take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, I just say that because yeah, you can get a little bit of a sale or a deal. But also Nabali's also will run like sales and stuff on their website. Like I just get like I got this one on Amazon just because I have an Amazon credit card, so I get some points on there. But yeah, Nabali's.com. Joe says, do you know the Sinister roll? I do. It's like that. I don't do it a lot. Balisong Academy has some good videos on the Sinister roll. He's used them in his combos. Blue Like a Boy says, Ben, what's your plan for 2025 for posting on YouTube? I'm going to give this guy some oil. That's my plan. No, good question. My plan is to keep posting. Now, I have some reviews like lined up that I need to do. I want to do those. But I really want to, like as I mentioned, I really want to work on, because I really want to work on more videos on, like, on really, because I mentioned a couple times this stream, but like the fundamental tricks, which really would be like, when you think about the different categories of tricks, like you have rollovers, aerials, ladders, twirls, chaplains, all those types of things. Tech, I would consider that one. I really want to make a video that kind of like, or a couple of videos that kind of like, yeah, show the fundamental tricks in those categories. So like the things like I can just mention, like the Zen rollover and Y2K and index rollover, and I write down the whip rollover, but like the whip rollover, and just like kind of like, I want to make some more videos that can kind of give people a bit of a more defined place to start when learning the tricks, butterfly knife tricks. But then also, I have this other thing in mind, which is going to be like a lot of work, and I've actually been working on it, like for the document that I have. I've been working on it for a long time, and I haven't like started yet, but I would like to make the video this year. But it'll also probably end up being like a series of videos. And it's like, part of me wanted to, like, I want it to be one full video. It's probably going to be like at least an hour, honestly. But I'm also thinking it would make sense to release it as like little videos until then, so I might do that. But, oh, somebody asked, hello, Tyler Johnson says, what kind of oil is that? This is KPL Heavy, not a sponsor, but I specifically bought this one because it has this nice applicator needle. So it's easy to put on. And has lasted me a long time. I think it was like $15, which at the time was like, it's kind of expensive. But I have used this for at least a year. I've used this so much. Tyler says, aerials are hard. I can't figure them out. Yeah, I would love to make like a little aerial like video. If you have any questions specifically, let me know on them. But I feel like learning the basic aerial, and then ice pick, and then helix aerial, and then from there, I feel like those are like the main few that you need, and then you can learn other ones that are more fancy later. I'm going to put this down. Chaplains are hard too. Yeah, chaplains they take a lot of practice for sure. Dog Jukes VR says, what beginner knife do you suggest I get? Good question. Tyler says the Canyon. Yeah, the Canyon's a fantastic choice if you have if you're on a budget. $40 is really good. The Orion 1.5 I highly recommend, and so does everybody else. Can't go wrong with it. You can also get I said the Teflon Vulp or the Cheese. These are in the valleys. These are the same price as the Orion. They're not going to be as durable. The coating is not as durable as anodized aluminum, and they're also 60-61 aluminum versus 75. But that doesn't really matter if you are just starting. But if you're the type of person that you tend to take good care of your items, then it won't really matter. But if you're the type of person that kind of just throws things around, or if you see yourself flipping outside on concrete a lot, I would not recommend them as much. Tyler says, yes, I like the applicator. Yeah. Blue Lego Boy says, can't wait for the vids. Me too. Oops. Me too. I'm excited to make them for people to watch them. Tyler says, yeah, I see people doing crazy stuff. You're really, really good. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's a lot of people that can go crazy. And everybody, and that's just a fun thing too. A lot of people I feel and that's something I don't like. This is just a random, just throwing out a stray for no reason. But that's what I don't like about the Balisong community Discord is it's so obsessed with not just getting better, but proving that you're better and good, and I don't know. It's just it just feels very ego driven. But what I like about Balisongs is the creativity and self-expression and just, hey, this person is just doing a cool thing kind of aspect. So yeah, it's kind of hard not to throw a butterfly knife around. Yes, that was I throw mine around all the time. But I guess it's where you throw it around. It's not how you throw it around, I guess. But yeah, Orion 1.5, I highly recommend it. Granted, I've only had this for probably a week or something, so there's that. But this is about something. I remember James Hill made a video on it talking about how it could easily be twice the price and they'll be worth it. And I definitely agree. Blue Lego Boy says, wait, when the stream's going to be over? Probably, oh yeah, the stream, I'll probably keep going, probably honestly a half an hour. Then I'll probably be done. But yeah, I normally don't have time on Tuesday nights, but I did tonight, so I thought I would just stream. So here we are. Dog Juke says, how long have you done tricks on your butterfly knives? About a little over 2 years combined. Pandas, hello, says, do the helix. Okay. And I failed it. And I failed it again. Wow. I'm also noticing, wow, third time. I'm noticing that either my hands are a little bit sweaty. There we go. Or the Orion definitely feels a little bit, hit the ground, sticky. Spire Clone says, I appreciate your chill attitude, my dude. Thanks for all the positive vibes, man. Oh yeah, of course. I'm a Christian, so I not only want to give positive vibes, but just the love of Jesus to people. Just because yeah, people will just be unnecessarily mean and rude, and it's that's not why we're here on this earth, so yeah, I just to give off that positivity whenever I can. And it's not just there's more to it, so there's that. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask away. Oops. K Dogger says, Chaplain. Okay, Chaplain, here we go. Oh, we should Chaplain now. We should do you guys should just yell out tricks and then I have to do them or make a combo or something. Joe says, what is a Z choker? This is a Z choker. I mean, there's been some debate. I've seen some debate, but from my understanding, a Z choker is when you do a fixed ladder into that movement. And you don't have to do the ice pick. You can also do a fixed ladder into over the finger like that to finish the Z choker. Maybe this, I think technically this would be the purest form of the Z choker over the index. I don't really know. But then this would be the Z choker into ice pick catch. Oops. The Z choker into ice pick catch. Behind the 8-ball. Okay. Done. Easy. Blue Lego Boy said, Wait, did you just stand down your series as soon as you got it or use it as a live for a bit? Good question. I was literally editing my first impression video today. But for the serious, I like flipped it for like 2 seconds just to like do it. But I went down stairs and sanded it down because, yeah, I wanted it to be dull. But yeah, I told my wife that I was not going to fit live. Don't worry. And I told myself that too because I do not want to hurt myself. Hellbent. Oh goodness, I haven't done a Hellbent in so long. That one's is that right? There's a Hellish and there's a Hellbent. And I don't remember which is which. Whoops. One of them, oh wait, one of them starts like this. Dang it. One of them starts from up here. And then the other one starts from down there. Wait, is that right? Or no, it starts, or no, wait. There we go. I don't know. I think it was close enough, right? Sasha Rochelle says, hi, that is so cool, by the way. Thank you. They are called butterfly knives or balisongs. Panda says, I'm new to butterfly knives, but I can already do a full twirl and a Y2K, and I'm trying to learn the helix, though. Nice. Welcome to Balisongs, butterfly knives. Might also recommend, I feel like a lot of people say that the behind the 8 ball is a little bit easier than helix, but I think with the practice you'll be able to get the helix down too. K-Dogger says, how did ye? Oh, how did you get into flipping? Hold on, I will answer previous question first. Or Sasha says, dude, how do you do that? Lots of practice, learning from YouTube videos. Yeah. Just starting out slow. Like, if you want to do the trick that everybody does in the movies is just this. That's super easy, honestly. I have a video on it. But, yeah. How do you get into flipping? Oh, Blue Lego Boy real quick says, does the series have a training blade? It does. It looks super sick. Oops. It's also, this one's 150. The trainer blade is 120. It looks super cool. I have not flipped it, of course, but it looks super cool, and I would love to get to try it. How I got into flipping, to answer K Dogger's question, is let's see, how did I get into it? Well, I feel like I've always just known about butterfly knives. Like, I don't remember ever, like, learning about them. But I think just, like, with movies and stuff, I just always knew about them. And I came across a video on YouTube about a tutorial on how to make a Lego Technic butterfly knife, which also had the bionicle blade. So I made that, and this was like 10 years ago. I don't really know. And then fast forward a long time, I came across the YouTuber Will Hirsch, who made a video on, on this balisong right here, and I got that. And because of his videos, that's where I got into butterfly knives and like balisongs. And also because of his videos, I got the Volt, because it was like, because balisongs are pretty expensive, and this was like one of the first ones that really ushered in the waves of like good, cheaper balisongs. And it was also like, hey, I watch his videos, and I feel like I can like trust his opinions on butterfly knives and it being like actually good. And so I got it, and I have not regretted it because of the Volt. I have stayed in the hobby flipping, and now I make my own videos. 2-Bit says, are you the spy? I am not the spy. I've actually never played TF2, which is another question K Doggers asked, but I have not ever played TF2. I haven't played any video games that have a butterfly knife in them. Well, I mean, I guess technically Call of Duty does, but I haven't played any of the Call of Duties that do, or at least I haven't used the butterfly knife in it. Bolog says, I'm not sure what that first part is, but brother, good video, YouTube. Thank you. Chable says, completely unrelated question, but what is your stream schedule? That is a question. I don't have one. It's just whenever I can. I always, usually post on my community posts. If you subscribe, you'll hopefully get to see those posts. Well, actually, you don't even, not only, if you're not subscribed, you can still see them, but if you like watch my videos, leave likes on them, then YouTube will recommend it. But if you subscribe, you can go and see it on the community post, or you can join my Discord. There's like linked in all my recent videos, but if you want to join my Discord, I will also post usually when I do stream on there. But I don't stream a ton, but whenever I just have the time. Ouch. Blue Like a Boy, the Series trainer really reminds me of a Prisma. Interesting. And how it like looks, it doesn't. Oh, the trainer blade. Okay, it's a little more understandable. I don't really see it. This is like, I'm gonna flip this one because nobody's asking me to yet. I do not like how the Prisma like trainer blade looks. I'm not a fan of it. I know everybody's like saying how amazing it was. I was like, I'm never planning on buying it. Like, it was never on the option just because I just didn't like how it looked. Oh, hello, Glacier Flips. Says, hey, what's up? Welcome. Spyro Clone says, fellow Bionicle fan deserves a sub. LOL. True. Are you also a fan of Bionicles? As you can see, I'm still Legoing strong. Just got that for Christmas. It was, this set is like on normally $100. It was $33. Pretty stoked about that. Oh yeah, everybody's, if you guys like Bionicles, let us know in the chat. Joe said, what were you talking about earlier when you were saying you whip with the bite handle? That was a while ago. I'm not sure. It was something about, I think it was talking about like whipping it and then going to the chaplain. Doing like the whip rollover into the chaplain. Panda says, how long have you been doing this? About like a little over 2 years combined of like more serious flipping. Oh yeah, the blade shape. I hate how it looks too. Oh, for the Prisma. Yeah, I just, like, it always looked, I don't know, like the 3 lines on it look kind of goofy. I really like the Sasori or whatever, Totori trainer blade. I like how that one looks. That's what's a whip rollover? A whip rollover, I have a tutorial, a dedicated tutorial on my channel. It's like kind of like the best butterfly knife trick, Prinzy YouTube channel. But this is a whip rollover where you throw it over the index, you grab it like this, you whip it, and throw it over the thumb. And then at full speed, looks like that. But it's a really great trick for like, even though it's a beginner trick, it can be used a lot in like more advanced combos. And so it's a high value trick. Glacier Flip says, do you see the new cheese colors? I did. I saw that they had the blue and the pink, which is strawberry. Strawberry cheese, interesting choice. Sea salt being blue is an interesting choice. I know so many people wanted to call it the blue cheese. I don't know why they didn't just call it the blue cheese. Yikes. Oops. But yeah, I mean, I still, honestly, I think it's also funny that with like the cheese, I don't know, maybe it was on purpose, because I know that they did a lot of researching with the Teflon coating with the Teflon Volp, but I just thought it was kind of funny that the 2 colors that they added to the cheese were pink and light blue, which were 2 of the 3 new colors, like the colors of the Teflon Volp. Like, I don't know why they didn't do something new, but maybe that was, like I said, for that reason, because they had already figured out how to make those colors look good. Lucas says, where's the live blades, broski? The only live blade I have is this one, and it is dulled. Because I like having my fingers and not them being out of commission for a little bit. But respect to people that do take the plunge. What's the trick where you go from rollover to open up on the whip rollover? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. Trick where you go from rollover to open. Are you talking about this part? That would be an index rollover. Like that. Except you are grabbing it with your index to do the whip. Because it's like technically they all call the whip rollover, but... Oops. Gail Trum says, any trick for beginners? Yeah, the whip rollover is a good trick for beginners, but it's also not like the first trick I'd recommend. I mean, I have a whole tutorial on the very first tricks you should learn. You check my channel, just called How to Learn Butterfly Knife Tricks, and that's like shows you like the basic open. basic close, the figure 8 close, and the quick draw. And obviously, like, there's other tricks. You can check out Squid Industries. Has a lot of good tutorials on like beginner tricks. So does Big Flips. Other people on YouTube. Gnome, but without the E. Nom 27 says, "Did you cut yourself badly while using no training knife?" I've never really cut myself badly. No. I'm in Missouri. Says, "Yo, time to see how long your chat delay is." How long is it? I'm also a little bit behind on chat. Check this out. Here's my chat delay. I'm gonna say when I say now the second time is when I type it now. There you go. There's my chat delay. Does that help you figure that out? Yeah, it does. Real boy CJ says, "What is your favorite butterfly knife?" That is a good question. It's really hard to pick a favorite. My two most recent ones are that I got is the Sirius V4 and the Orion 1.5. They're definitely up there. But I also I really enjoy my squid trainer, but I feel like being like more used to it or like in the mood. I really like the Teflon Volt, the cheese. Those are like out of the ones I own. I also really like my Squiddy A, but like that's a very like has a niche specific like reason that I like it. So it's not like all the time. That doesn't make sense. Mickey says Balisongs. Yes. Lucas says, "Bro, you're so good though. You might cut yourself sometimes, but it's part of it." Yeah, that's definitely true. But I prefer not to have that part of it. And that's just my personal preference. Joe says, "What's your interpretation of the figure 8 open and close? Because people do differently." Yes, that is a good question. So I've heard different things. So I've heard and this is the hard part. Like different people will do different tricks a little bit differently, but also sometimes they'll call them different things, and then it's hard to tell. Do you just take who did it first, or whose video is more popular, or what, or something? I don't know. It could be difficult. But Squid Industries, pretty sure does the figure 8 like this. So I always thought that was the figure 8. But then if you look Big Flips, technically that's like the overhand close or something. Technically the figure 8 is like this or something. Or I honestly don't even know. It's a little bit different. I really don't know because I never really do it, but I don't know. But yeah, Blue Lego Boy says, "Ooh, no longer the Volp." Yeah, the Volp hasn't been yes, I would say not any longer necessarily the Teflon Volp. And it's also hard to say, is it just because it's more recent or whatnot? I don't know. There's different. I'm still trying to figure it out, honestly. Which is my favorite Balisong, or which one do I like more? But I've been going to this one more, the Sirius more. Part of it is I do just enjoy the blade look, even though it's not sharp. But that was instant. Oh yeah, wait, that was instant. I'm so confused. You can't train forever. What does that mean, Lucas? Jeez, you're better than me. Well, listen, everybody had to start somewhere, and I like to just think with any self-improvement things, just think about think about yourself. And so it's I am way better than me when I started, or even me a year ago, right? And I hope to be way better than my current self in the future. That's so confusing to say. But yeah, I feel don't you be inspired by other people's ability and progress, but don't get discouraged. Real boy CJ says, "Okay, one serious question. I'm ready. What is your opinion on Dragon Ball?" My opinion is over 9,000. No, I have. Hello, Bigfoot. Welcome. I have never really seen it. I've maybe seen a little bit of this here or there, but I really don't have an opinion. All I know is that over 9,000 and power level and stuff. And that a lot of people seem to get into working out because of Dragon Ball. So that's fun. Chables the gasp when he dropped it. True, every time. Iliko Tabu Kashvi Really? Maybe I was close. Do you have one with dull knife? I just ordered it. So all of those are trainers. So those are not technically knives, but they are dull because they're not knives. This one is a knife, but it is dulled. So yes, I guess. Ouch. Whoops. I should do some transfers. I don't practice any transfer. Oh, my phone's getting hot. I should turn the screen brightness down. Don't really practice any transfers. I would like to. Just slapping the Balisong. Oh goodness. Oh, whoa, what's this? What's this? Hello. I literally, my phone is just balanced on this microphone stand. So it falls down all the time. So they like that. Hello, Nershu. Not sure how to say your name. Let me know. Cody Yoder says, favorite trick? That's a good question. It's so hard to pick one. One of my favorites is as I mess it up, the reverse shortstop. That's so bad. Oh my goodness. Trying to do something while on it. Bruh. I've been flipping straight for, there we go, an hour and 40 minutes. That's a good one. My favorite, so the regular shortstop too is another favorite. The behind the eight ball used to be one of my favorites. I feel like I just don't use it enough in combos and stuff, but I've done a lot of variations on it. I don't know, there's just so many good ones. I've been enjoying the reverse cherry picker. Obviously, I made a whole tutorial on it, so there's that. But it's funny, when I made the reverse cherry picker tutorial, which, by the way, how many of you have watched that video and learned it, or already knew it and didn't need to watch it? But you should still watch it, because there's a lot of other information in that video, with different variations. But anyway, with the reverse cherry picker, I always would go, as I said in the video, into other reverse tricks. But I didn't even know it until I looked up the other tutorial that was on there just to see what was up there. But I guess how other people would do it is going into that kind of pinch close. And so that opened up a whole other I talked about it in the video, but going from reverse flow to regular flow, I feel like it opened up a whole other branch of combos. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now. Fire Clone says, right now I'm waiting for my BB Superfly to arrive. Had issues with my first one, but the customer service was good. Oh yeah, I've heard that. Is his name Sarge? But BB Firefly's customer service is really good, which is cool. Oops. When you're flipping on this close to the ground, and then the handle hits the ground, really throws you off. Or if because it's been cold here, and it's if I'm wearing a jacket, I'm flipping, and then the handle barely grazes the edge of the jacket, and it just totally throws off my groove. Beware the groove. Hello, Replin. Welcome. Good to see you here. How you doing? Raiders X says, $100 you managed to get the blade right through. Oh, the joint between thumb and index. Nope, that's not gonna happen. I won't allow it. No, it's not that sharp. It got me right there earlier today, but it should be fine. Woning Brand says, this is sick, gonna sub. Thank you for subscribing. I'm curious. Okay, this is just mostly me that's curious. Is that somebody that just watches YouTube? I'm curious. What happens if everybody just spams the reactions? Go spam it as hard as you possibly can for a minute. I'm curious what would happen in the analytics, or if more people, if I get more people into the stream. I'm just curious, what is the point of these reactions? Just spam them all. Don't forget, if you haven't liked the stream, drop a like so you can be notified when I stream next. YouTube will actually show you my videos, and other people get to enjoy it as well. Spam, spam. Xenia says, when is a good time to transition from a trainer to a live blade? Great question. I'm not the person to ask, as I technically don't really flip a live blade at all. So other people would have to do that. But like, to be honest, from what I've learned, like some people start out with live blades, other people transition, and it depends. Like, I think it comes down to like confidence with the trick. You know, and so it's like you can transition to a live blade, but like not do certain tricks yet. And so I feel like honestly you could do it at any point. But once again, I don't really flip live blades, so I'm not really the person to answer that. All right, thank you everybody for spamming the reactions. We'll see if we can what that does. Hey Ghost Flipping, welcome, welcome. How's it going? Blue Lego girl, savage. Oh, that was the blade. I'm literally not watching what I'm doing. Cody Yoder says, I'm a beginner and tried to learn the chaplain and yeeted my balisong across the room. Yes, it will do that. Yeets will happen. Just be careful. Whoops. Panda said, do a helix. Oh, that was brutal. Said, do a helix into an 8-ball into a frog swirl. Okay, here we go. That was such a fail. It's like, I'm just going to the same things. How do you go from the... That was not at all clean or perfectly in a row. To think about that a little bit more. Hello, Mr. Raja. Welcome, welcome. Oh, wrong handle. Oh. Joe said, man, my phone died right before you explained how you do the figure 8. Rip. Can you explain it again? Oh, savage. Did I explain how to do the figure 8? I don't remember. I mean, the figure 8. Oh, like the difference between it. I don't really know. Because, like, there's the figure 8. Which, like, that's what Squid Industries calls the figure 8. But then also seems like Big Flips calls this the overhand opening. And he has a different thing that's a figure 8. Where it's like... I don't remember what it is. But it's like... It's something like... that. Well, that's the same. I don't really know. But I have a whole video on how to do the figure 8, if that's what you're wondering. Or it's how to do, like, how to flip butterfly knives. It's, like, talks about multiple things, but the figure 8's one of them. Oof. Xenia says, I got into ballast, but had it taken away from my school. Honestly, the most dumb decision I could have made. That's rough. Cold Flips, hello. Welcome. The spam is working. Is the spam working? Should we keep spamming? Chable says, what's your favorite grip? Like, you mean like standard, ice pick, pen, pinch? I'm not really sure. I mean, you can't go wrong with the ice pick grip. It just looks so sick. Not sure what that means. Oh yeah, by the way, it's got my name in it. In this weird Comic Sans type. Hello, Spooky VR. Welcome. Cold Flip says, I can't get the figure 8 down no matter what. Ooh. Yeah, I would say number 1 with the figure 8, try and do it the closing first. The opening is, like, it just does not feel right to me. I still can't really do it. It's so ugly feeling. But the closing feels great. But yeah, I feel like it's like you just swing it around. Yeah, and the wrist, as a Spiral Clone says, you really want to use your wrist. Where it's like you're using the wrist is showing where the balisong goes. You go around, and you go around again, and then you go up. And it's about doing it slow. Do it slow so that way like you're comfortable and you understand, okay, this is what... I understand what the balisong's supposed to do. I understand how it feels for my hand to do, and like the wrist to do that movement. And then once you get that, you can then just do it quickly. And that'll help you, like, it gives your working memory less to have to hold in it. It's less to hold in your working memory at once. And so it allows you to get it down. Cold says, do you know the draft? Yes, there's no way I'm going to hit first try, though. As I said, close. But yes, I do know the draft. I'm not very good at it yet, as you can see. Whatever. But yeah, I do know it. I need to practice it more. Get consistent. There we go. Hey. Figure eight feels like a weird sidekick to me. Yeah, the sidekick is like that, is it? Or no, the sidekick is like that, I think. Yeah, it's kind of like that, but like with an extra like twist. Spooky VR says the only trick I can do on a butterfly knife is the Y2K. Nice. The Y2K is like one of those first ones that you should learn. Yeah, the Y2K is integral to most combos. And Xenia says, yeah, it's super important, foundational to learn. If you can do a Y2K, you should also like next. I feel like something that's very important to learn is the Zen rollover, which starts on the safe handle. It's the same movement, but you want to make sure you get that wrist pass. That's a good one to learn. Yeah, you can work on some other, like if that's the only trick you know. I mean, there's like other ones you can learn that are like fun and like foundational, like say like the half twirl. It's a really good one to learn. The half orbit. That one's probably harder, definitely harder, but yeah. Nice. Going to try that right now? Do it. Cold Flip says the sidekick is the basic opening, but swing the knife over your hand, back to your fingers. So over your hand, back to your fingers. I don't know. I don't think I'm doing that right. I've been flipping with my left hand a lot more. Working on that. And it's getting to the point where it's like flipping is like fun. Like it first started off, well actually when I first started learning Balisong tricks, actually on this Balisong, I was like, okay, here's how to do it. Okay, I just watched the tutorial, now I'm going to learn on my left hand. And honestly, when you're first learning tricks, I recommend that because it's like, you're learning these tricks and it's like, they're not that difficult. They're not that difficult. And so like taking the time to then learn those foundational tricks on your offhand means you don't have to like go back and start from scratch. You can kind of do it all at the same time. And when I had this knife, or Balisong, I got to like the behind the 8-ball was like the fanciest thing I learned. So I could do that on both hands. Nice. But when I got my Vulp, nice. When I got my Vulp, I just like learned things only on my right hand. So I've been going back and learning things on my left hand now. And it's funny how like hey, Spooky VR said you did it. Very nice. Funny how my style is like evolving different on my left hand. Joe says, what do you consider intermediate? This is a whole like topic. It's so hard. Like what tricks would be intermediate? Things like the short stop. Just gonna do my right hand. The short stop is intermediate. Choker fan. I don't know. It's so hard. I'm like, it's so hard because things have like, I feel like the more tricks that there are, the more that it seems older tricks get classified as easier. But there's also like, just because you can do a bunch of intermediate tricks doesn't make you an intermediate flipper. Like that's like a whole nother conversation. We're gonna switch it up. Actually, you know what? We're gonna get a little cheesy. Candace says a double roll into full twirl. It's so satisfying in my opinion. Wait, it's so hard. I always start the full twirl like that. So how would you do a double roll out to a full twirl? Oh, would that be like I don't know. Is that the same? I don't know. I got confused. Xenia says, I'm very rusty now and probably would just know a few tricks like a helix or something. Nice. Yeah. Hey, that's how you start. You just gotta keep learning and then learn little combos. That's where you get the fun starts. Spooky VR says, now all I can do is the Y2K and the Zen rollover. Oh, nice. So you can do those two now. The next one, so this one definitely, I remember this for me being a lot harder, but it could be a fun one to try. You should try the index roll where you throw it out and then you grab it like this, and you want to start with the bite handle for now. The hard part is like pinching it cleanly between here so the handles can close. But that one's fun because once you get that, you can swing it around into the Y2K, and so you can do that, swing it around to that, but you can loop those like that. And then once you get those down too, if you want to if you want to learn the whip rollover, it's basically like kind of like a smoother, fancier version of that combined. Tristan Johnson, hello, welcome. Hi again. Welcome back again. So Joe says, what do you consider being able to do a helix and cherry picker and stuff like that? Yeah. So like if you're asking like ranking like a Balisong flipper skill, like what does that consider as intermediate? Like listen, that goes into the whole thing because like two people could do a helix, right, and a cherry picker, stuff like that, and be two different rankings. Because it's like, which one? I'm not a fan of like being obsessed with like, I just want to be considered, people to consider me this ranking or whatever. But like, since you're asking, it's like because consistency matters. Like if you can do a helix and all these, if you do all these tricks, right, but it's going to take you 50 tries, that's a lot different than someone that can do it first try every single time. And fluidity matters. Like if you can do all these tricks, but they don't look super fluid, they're pretty choppy. Like yes, you're technically doing them, but they don't look amazing. That's a big difference. And also like your ability to put tricks together into combos. Like that also really matters. So it's really hard. But like, yeah. Because it's hard. So I feel like some people now would be like, oh, well, helix, that's a beginner trick, you know, where it used to be considered advanced. And I definitely would not consider it advanced, but I also don't know if I'd say it's beginner, but it's also like people do learn it in like a week. So I guess it would be beginner. I really don't know. I also just learn things slow. Okay. Bye, Blue Lego Boy. Thank you for joining. I am. Oh, hello, Pickle Flips. Welcome. I'm back behind in the chat now. Hold on, I'm going back. Cold Flip says there's a difference between a squid trainer and Mako other than the looks. Yes, a ton of difference. I mean, like in the design and how it'll flip, in construction. So like it's similar. They're both channel 6061 aluminum anodized, but the squid trainer has bushings now. Squid trainer for E4, so that's a little bit different. The Mako does not. It's just on washers, but like Squid's washer tunes are really good. I've never flipped a Mako, so I can't speak to that. But I would also say, like, honestly, like, go buy it based on the looks and the price. Like, it's probably, like, a fine way to do it, you know? And Nexus says, I wasn't an idiot and waved it around. Some other people got their hands on it, and it was a Volp. Oh, we're talking about you got lost at school. Oh, sadness. Panda says, how much is your butterfly collection combined? That's a good question. I have not tallied it up. I could right now. Ooh, does somebody want to tally it up in the chat for me? I can list out the prices. I guess I could actually just pull up my computer. I'm really behind. If I catch up on the chat, I can tally it up. Pickle Flip says, yo, I used to be Picklenator 025. You remember? Yeah, I remember you. I remember you. You just asked me about that. I think in another video. I remember you. Which, by the way, I feel like I've seen your profile pic on other people have that. Is that from something? It's like a duck, I think. Shouldn't it be a pickle? I don't know. Spam the reactions. No, I just saw somebody doing a reaction. Anyway. Mako is a washer Balisongs, squid trainers and bushings. Yeah. Joe says, is that a trick? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Sorry. Joe says, I can helix second try, very fluid, and cherry picker like third try, kind of choppy. Yeah. And so it's like, it's also, because I was very like trick focused in the beginning where it's like, I would learn this trick. And I like when I just had this Balisong, I just learned single tricks. And like, I couldn't do any combos. And so like, that's a huge thing of like, I would honestly say, like, in order to be, maybe this is a hot take, I don't know, I would say you are and this is why it's so hard, because it's like, does it really work this way? I don't know. Basically, if all you can do is singular tricks and you can't do any combos, I would consider you to be a beginner flipper. Once again, there's nothing wrong with being a beginner. Okay, but that's just like something I would say, like being able to combo is very important, you know. But yeah, there's that. Pickle Flip says the Mako is amazing. Nice. I've never flipped it, but looks cool. Joe says, what's the trick you're doing? Index rollover into something else and ending up in rope cutting grip. What's rope cutting grip? Is that ice pick? Or like that? That's a whip rollover that I just did. I'm not sure. Do an index roll to a Y2K, to a helix, to a behind the 8-ball. Oops. To a whip rollover. I add a little something extra in there because I think I started on the wrong handle, but there you go. Richard says, what state are you streaming from? I am streaming from the state of confusions. Just kidding. I am streaming from Florida. You say any Balisong community from Florida. Okay, literally, I'm in Florida. I was trying to get a Balisong meetup to going the other day. You should join my Discord server if you'd be interested in that. It never got off the ground. It was close, but then I had a child. So then it didn't happen. But I would like to get something happening. But yeah, cool. Thank you, Richard. If you look on, I was going to put it in the chat or in the whatever. I can just do it right now. I'll just drop a Discord link for anyone that wants to join. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Trying to do 2 things at once. Now, actually 3 because I'm also talking. And I'm thinking, oh, goodness. I'm just going to spam reactions to chat to counteract me not doing anything. See if that fixes it. Okay. There you go. Okay, there you go. There's the Discord link to anyone that is interested. Chable says, I know it's a lot, but it looks smooth. Which the... Oh, I see your little combo. Do an index roll. Let's see if I start from here. Index roll to... Oh, so you said a Y2K. So that would be index roll to a Y2K to a helix. How do you get into the behind the 8-ball like that? Nice. Pickle Flip says, not to meme, but you might know Frontline 0013. He's ever active in the Balisong community. Yeah, that name sounds familiar. I think he's the other one I know. Makes sense. Cold Flip says, what is your go-to trick combo? Honestly, probably just whatever I'm just spamming right now because I'm like not really thinking about it. I really don't have a lot of like go-to combos. Honestly, I don't like practice, and like if I don't do a specific combo a lot, I'm gonna forget how to do it because it's like, yeah. And so it's like the ones that I've done for the videos are probably mostly like if you're like do a combo where it's like not freestyled, I'm gonna go to something done in like one of my videos, like oops, like that one. That's my most viewed one. Or like if I was gonna do like the aerial combo, and some of these I really haven't done, so I kind of like depart from them. Oops, I already messed it up. But yeah, I'm totally way off script of the combo. Whatever. So I like to meet up and flip. I would love to meet up and flip. I'm hoping to go to Blade Show, but I would love to meet up and flip. You say around Kissimmee, Orlando. Okay, nice. So it's a little. I'm like North Florida, but we'll see if we can make something work. I think Rep went. Well, I don't want to out anybody, but I think somebody else was near there. I think maybe. Spooky VR says, any hard tricks for you to learn? Yes, you should learn the giraffe. I should learn the giraffe. I'm just kidding. I would not hit it by a handle scissor. All right. See, I need to learn it. I need to get consistent at it. There we go. Almost. No, but really though, I mean, if you're just starting out, okay, if you're just starting out, from what you've told me, honestly, it's hard, but also I think it's way easier. The Z choker, okay? You're going to go into a fixed ladder, which I just do that way. There's lots of ways to do it. And then, like, that's what it looks like, right? Or you can also go, like, into that. But honestly, I feel like just going and getting that movement down is, like, the basis, and you'll figure out how to get out of it. But you should look up a tutorial. But, like, people can get that down pretty soon after picking up a Balisong, honestly. And it definitely looks super flashy, and yeah. Pickle Flip says, what's your favorite Balisong and most expensive Balisong? Favorite? It's hard to say. In my collection, I like my Sirius, Teflon Volt, Cheese, Orion, Squid Trainer. I also like my Squid EA. But I mean, I just listed like 5 Balisongs, 6 Balisongs, so like, can't really say favorite. But I was saying like, when I like first got it, I was like, I think the Sirius was like my new favorite. But I also really enjoy my Orion. So I'm not really sure. Most, wait, and he said, his favorite and, sorry, I'm missing, oh, and most expensive. My most expensive is the Squid Trainer, which this one is like 160, I think. But it also has laser engraving, so technically it's like another $13. but also I got that one set for free. My second one expensive was also, so I think the most expensive one that I bought with no gift cards or anything was the Orion, which I got a blemished one, so 65 plus $10 shipping, so 75. Pickle Flips, you'll be back in 10? Okay, see you in 10. GH Gamer says, can you do the chaplain? Yes, I can. Joe says, when you Y2K, do you end up in standard or standard with the handle facing towards you? So when you do the Y2K, let's see. I'm trying to think which one that started on. You can go like that. You can end up like that. Or you can end up like that. And it's just a stylistic thing. Most people, I feel like, they'll do it like that. But, like, I think that this looks really cool. Oops. Especially because if you're doing a Y2K, right? Well, actually, no. If you're doing a Y2K, yeah, because it starts on the bite handle. So yeah, the Y2K, you can start it like that. But if you're saying, like, if you're gonna do the behind the 8 ball, and you end it like that with the blade facing away from you, I think that looks not as cool than if you were to end it like that with the blade facing forward. Cold Flip says, my first Balisong was a Canyon. I'm flipping it right now. Nice. Very nice. How do you like it as your first? Like, I'm curious, did you think of it as, oh, this is heavy? Or you said it was your first good Balisong. Was it heavier than what you had? Or did it feel pretty natural? Also, I just saw you said, what's the difference between Y2K and the Zen rollover? The Y2K, so essentially, the Y2K and the Zen rollover, the only difference is which handle you start on, because it's which handle you end on. If you start on the bite handle, you know what, just for this, I haven't been flipping this a lot because I'm going to try and trade it away. But so if you notice, safe handle is pink, bite handle is purple. If you start on the bite handle, you end up holding, here, I'm just going to do it the regular way. If you start on the bite handle, you end up holding the safe handle. That is called the Y2K because it's coming around and you're fine. The dull side of the blade is coming towards your hand. If, however, you start on the safe handle, you're now holding the bite handle, right? And so you have to do a wrist pass like that. So that way, when it's coming around, the sharp side of the blade doesn't touch your hand. So that's the difference. So I always remember the difference because Zen, if you think of like being Zen, it's like you have to be focused. I honestly don't really know a lot, but like, you know, Zen is like focused and stuff. So like you have to be focused to make sure that you don't hit the blade on your handle. On your hand. Okay, I'm going to try and go back. Oh, Richard said I'd take a drive. Nice. Cool. Well, hopefully we can meet up then. Blade show there's 3 blade shows. There's one in Texas, one in Salt Lake City, Utah. The one that I am going to hopefully go to is the one in Atlanta. It's in June. So that's Blade Show East. That's the world's largest knife convention. Panda says, do a helix on every butterfly knife. And what am I, Monsieur Balisong? Yikes. I would, but I have to go through each one. Tell you what, I'll just do it on this one because I've literally not flipped this one yet because nobody asked me to. So, oh, that was rough. Pickle Flip says, yo, legend has it that if you do a safe handle giraffe, you'll wake up in a new location called the emergency room. True? You could do, let's see. What if you did this, right? but then you flip it around, and then you like flip it around again, and then go like that. Or you could flip it around like that. Ooh, there's ways. No, there's ways. Joe says, bro, how do you do zoo choker like that? Do you have a tutorial? I do not have a tutorial. I should make one, but you can check. Whoop, my computer's now loading. Hopefully it's fine. Check out Squid Industries. They have a tutorial. I think that's where I learned it from. I don't remember. The Z choker oil was also one that I had to look up a lot of videos and stuff because it was just like, it's all about timing and you just have to mess around and it's hard. People will say a lot of different things, but like none of it really helped me. It's just a lot of experimental error. But once you get it, you can get it. Spooky VR says, I just dropped my metal Balisong on my foot. Oof, that is the worst. That's rough. It's the worst pain a trainer can give. Richard says, I got a purple Volp. Very nice. This is my first all purple Balisong. I like it. I actually didn't choose a color. It was a blem, so it was random, but I'm glad with the color. Joe says, Y2K, you won't. Cold Flip says, I'm used to heavy Balisong, so it felt great. If carrying momentum, or it carries momentum great for rollovers for me, so I loved it. Yeah, all of that is very true. Oops. Shable says, I would be insane if my fingers decided to work. I feel that when I'm recording or live streaming. Panda says, my question is, can you actually do these butterfly knife tricks on an actual butterfly knife with lots of practice? Are you saying me personally or can someone? Oh, I'm like way out of frame. I'm sorry. Are you saying can I personally? Yes. Like it's really just like a mental thing at this point because it's like, you know, if I'm actually, I mean, right now I'm just streaming, talking, flipping with my left hand. But like if I'm actually trying to focus, like I can do it properly, right? Where I'm like I'm not touching the what would be the sharp side of the blade. But it is like a mental thing because there is a mental aspect of like, which anyone that's done anything where it's like when you're trying to, whether you're trying to skateboard or trying to do like a flip on a trampoline or into the pool or something where it's like there's that mental like fear of like, oh, if I mess up I might, you know, might not end so well. There's definitely that. And so like I really haven't like flipped live blades, so I haven't like overcome that or gotten used to that. But yeah, I mean lots of people use very sharp blades and they just, you know, they can do them with usually be okay. Spooky VR. Yeah, once again, I'll be ending the stream very soon here. Get your final reaction spams in. No, but thanks everybody for coming. Let me see if I can get through the chat. I got this Balisong from Amazon for Christmas. Oh, nice. Spooky VR. It's good. It's a good Christmas gift. Leon says, what is this Balisong? Good question. Oh, and Keon just entered. And Site Atomic. So many people. Welcome, welcome. Just as we almost end. No. What is this Balisong? You mean this one? This is specifically the LDY. It makes it. It's the Orion 1.5. It is fantastic. A Balisong is a butterfly knife. I don't know if that's what you're asking, but Keon says, what's your favorite Balisong? It's hard to answer. But the Orion 1.5 is definitely up there. Leon says, do you have some Kraken review for me? I kind of want to buy one. Good question. I do not. I've never flipped a Kraken. I have a Squid Trainer review, but that's different. But yeah. Oops. Is there any good, Site Atomic says, is there any good Balisong trainers for 40 and also under 30? Yes. Okay, so if you want something metal, Canyon, $40. It's very good for what, you know, for the price. Plastic, the Frank P, $33. These couldn't be more different in the fact that this is on the heavier end, this is on the lighter end. Both are good for what they are. If you want looking for like a beater, something more standard and a metal, which I would recommend, the Canyon is the one to go to. All right, we're just about to end the stream here. Any final questions? Any final thoughts? Oh, thank you, Richard. Your Instinct on Discord just joined. Awesome. I'll get you set up with the right channel as far as the meetup. Xenia says, I have a squiddy and I feel like its lightness hinders my ability to flip. I know for some people are insane with the squiddy, but do you from past experience the same experience? Oh yeah, so I feel like you just have to get used to it, and it's definitely different. I do feel like with this squiddy, I can, like when I'm used to it and I get into like a flow, I feel like I can do things a little bit more easily. It can help me like come up with new tricks or to like learn new tricks. Same thing with like the Frank P. But I don't find myself like struggling to do tricks. Like I wouldn't say I can't do tricks as well because it's lighter, usually. Pope, pop, pope. That's a lot of plosives. Any of them got a blade? Yes, this one has a blade. Oops, that was such a fail. Oh, double fail. There we go. This one has a blade. It is dull though. So, King Lewis? I don't know. Welcome. Hi. Thanks for joining. Thank you, Spooky VR, for joining. Joe says, can you do a Y2K into Cherry Picker? Yes, I can. Let's see, that would be a... Wait, isn't that like what the Cherry Picker is? Oh, wait. No, I was thinking the Helix. Yeah. That would be a Y2K into Cherry Picker. Oops. Cold flips is the worst feeling is when you strip a screw or lose a bushing or washer. Yes, I lost one of my Vulp blade inserts. Like I have the zippy blade insert thingy. I lost one of the weights in this very carpet over by my desk. I have not found it still. It's on the ground. I know it is. I just cannot find it. All right. King Louis says lube. Yes. I use KPL heavy mostly. I also have super lube, but I use this because the applicator needle is just so fine. It's really easy to use. Also smells like vanilla. Lynn on pause says, can you say Sigma? Yes, I just did. Jesse Flips Balisongs. Hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Chable says, what is your first Balisong? All right. This will be the last couple of questions. Almost done here. My first Balisong, it was this one. I actually technically made a Lego one first, but this is the first one I purchased. I do not recommend it. It was, good for what it was at the time. I'm glad I got it, but it is much worse than literally anything else here. Thank you. You're welcome. Pickle Flips, welcome back. Almost about to end the stream, but thanks for joining. Okay, I'm back. I agree the squiddy is not good, but I flip it at school, so it's gonna be excused. For reference, I'm 12 and good at middle school. Makes sense. So I actually really, really like my squiddy A. I don't know if you're talking about the OG squiddy. I've never flipped one. Cold Flip says, how does it compare to Carbon Honey? I don't know. I've never used Carbon Honey. So that is, however, the next oil that I would like to purchase when I need oil, which is like, if you can tell, it's going to be a while. It's like up to here. So, and I've had this for like at least over a year. I mean, it's a long time, so it lasts a while. Spiral Clone says, what Balisong are you planning on getting next? Really none. I mean, whatever part of the trade-up challenge that somebody wants to trade for my Glider Pacific, I guess would be the one that I'm hoping to get next. But other than that, I am excited about, I don't know if I'll not necessarily get them, but I'm excited about the new Thomas Balisong with Ultim scales. And I'm excited for the Vulp upgrade that Brandon has teased on Instagram. Cold Flip says, this is my first oil, but it makes a mess because it doesn't have a needle tip. Yes, that's what led me away from getting Carbon Honey is the applicator. Because I had whatever the oil that came with the Vulp, that's what I had, and it was like a pain to put on because it has like a plastic piece that you or like it had a pipette or something. And so I wanted something that had a good applicator. So that's why I went with KPL Heavy. Jesse said you should get the Create with Nibali's products. Just got the Overlord and the Reverie, and they're both really good. Oh, nice. Yeah, they're really cool. I did vote for the Overlord, actually. But, oops. I just got this Orion, so I probably won't be getting Bally's right now. Shable says, what's the pink and purple one? I have a couple of videos on it. This is the Glider Pacific. I traded this for my BB Firefly. All right, I'm going to be heading out here in just a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds. Okay, JC, welcome. It says, you said hi, so here I am. Hello. Thanks for coming. Pickleflip said, Thomas dropped a ball again. Yes, so he dropped some, like a teaser of it, like one picture of it closed, like at like this angle or something, with like part of it, like it was like really zoomed in or something. But it looks really cool. And it's supposed to be like, because the default was discontinued, it's supposed to kind of be like an upgraded revision of that. So like it's got like rounded scales. It should be really cool. Oops, that was the wrong. KJC says, what can I do not be as sloppy? I would say just practice slowly and practice like the same movement over and over again, and think about what is sloppy and what you can fix. Like whether it's you're just not throwing it well, like or maybe your like wrist is moving all around or something. But yeah, just be intentional with it. Stas says, what was the name of the Balisong you showed me? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Jesse says, can't wait for you to see my combo. Yes, I'm excited to see the combo. I will look at it soon. All right, we're just about to end here in the chat. Just about to, I'm losing my mind. I am tired. But I had a good time streaming. Spiraclum says, been a lovely time. Hope you have a good night. Thank you. Thank you for staying on so long. It was fun to get to talk. King S5 says, what is your favorite budget Balisong? I'd have to say the Orion 1.5 is definitely up there alongside like the Cheese, Teflon Bolt, Canyon. Those are all solid. But the Orion is the newest one, so there's that, but I really like it. It better sound glassy or I'll crash out. Oh, I'm sure it will sound glassy, the Thomas Balisong. I need to learn that modified ice pick closing aerial, but I keep forgetting. Not sure which one you're talking about, but yes, you do. Oh, the one you showed in the short. Oh, I don't remember which one it is, but yes, you should learn that. Is a Bally Shark good, and how much does it cost? The Bally Shark, from what I've never flipped it, from what I've seen and heard, it's really weird. I don't remember how much it's cost, but there's a lot of good things out there now that I would recommend. All right, good night, everybody. Good night, Solar Crisis. Good night, Kim TV. Jesse, good night. Beansy, can you use the pink one? Sure, I can end it on the pink one for you. That's the first time somebody asked me to use this one. This is like a really cheap, no name branded one. I need to figure out how to end these streams. Cool. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for sticking around from the stream. I appreciate you all being here. I will see you guys later. You can join the Discord. See you later.